Loudoun County. Not only is it the wealthiest in the country, it's also become ground zero for public school controversies nationwide. Loudoun voices are among the loudest, with a growing number of parents insisting the system is indoctrinating their children with an anti-American agenda. About an hour west of D.C., Loudoun is famous for rolling hills, wineries, and staggering growth. These days, however,
today, instead of focusing on hate that seems to be dripping off the followers of Jesus in this room,
it's getting headlines for explosive school board meetings.
There's people like me and a line of other people out there who will gladly take your seat and figure it out.
Where irate parents read X-rated book excerpts from the required school reading list.
He had a big and sometimes a girl just needs a big. They're perverted because there is no other rational or reasonable explanation for why adults would want to expose other people's kids to sexual content.
Accuse members of targeting traditional family values.
The school is immersed in this leftist ideology.
They're teaching essentially children to hate their parents.
And sound off.
They want to divide us by the color of our skin.
On what critics call a divisive race curriculum.
CRT is racist. It is abusive. It discriminates against one's color.
Week after week.
Then why do you have Black Lives Matter? Have all lives matter.
Meetings as heated outside as in.
Enough of the toxicity and the division and looking at your skin color and your skin color.
One group insisting students are used to push politics.
I was taught at a very young age what to look for in socialism. What do? They go right to the children.
The other trying to drown them out.
Why does this offend you? Why do these three words offend you?
While some parents are behind the school board,
Stop turning equality into a weapon.
calls continue to grow from others who say it has got to go, as volunteers collect signatures to recall 6 of the 9 board members. Fight for Schools is going to fight for Loudoun County students, parents, and teachers, because all eyes are on Loudoun County.
We get outreach from places all across the country asking how they can replicate what they're doing here.
Topping the list of complaints, that Loudoun is part of a national effort to push critical race theory.
They've just been tricked into something that not many black people are into.
Which opponents say teaches all institutions are racist.
We're just trying to let everybody know what these people are doing, and they're trying to, you put a lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig.
Though an LCPS spokesman denied several of our requests to interview Interim Superintendent Scott Ziegler, Ziegler publicly insists its equity plan is not critical race theory. We also caught up with 2 school board members clearly at odds. How is critical race theory different than the equity plan?
Well, they're not the same, period.
Can you give me one sentence that tells me what the difference is?
I think it's a one sentence. It's complicated.
Do you think that they're injecting critical race theory if you had to make your own analysis?
Encouraging teachers to at least think about it and to put it as a influence of their teaching.
Some parents are suing administrators over race-based initiatives in the plan they claim could stifle free speech and discriminate.
One of their equity groups, which I don't really agree with because I actually got rejected joining that group because I'm white.
They are doing a lot of their dirty work through teachers.
In this virtual Zoom meeting obtained by CBN, we see and hear a group of teachers and the local NAACP's educational chairwoman discussing ways to get school board members in their camp.
She especially has a heart for special needs kids.
And I can frame most issues on race in a disability rights framework, too, to speak to her in that way.
I will say that Leslie and Ian both ran on the Democratic ticket in the last year, so they better act right.
Another sensitive subject for many parents and even educators here, perceived attacks on religious freedom, like LGBTQ books they say are in kindergarten classrooms.
There's a lot of stuff in the classrooms that are kind of, but they're there.
Then in May, an elementary gym teacher placed on administrative leave for saying this.
But I serve God first, and I will not affirm that a biological boy can be a girl and vice versa because it's against my religion.
Per order of a judge, Tanner Cross is back to work. The fallout still spilling over into a local pulpit.
They are emotionally abusing our children by perpetuating the lie about gender confusion when they affirm pronouns that are contrary to biology, reality, and the beautiful design of God. So they need to be held accountable.
As local Democrats demand Pastor Gary Hamrick recant his comments, Tanner's congregation is lining up in support.
As they see this liberal progressive agenda infiltrating our school system, the parents should rise up and say, we don't like the people who are making these choices, and if they want to replace them, they should not only replace them, but they should themselves want to run for the school board and get in people that they can support and who will better represent their values.
While some may agree with this direction, critics insist public schools funded by taxpayer dollars do not exist to groom activists, shame children for their skin color, or deny them the innocence of childhood. Concerned parents here say they hope their fight will encourage others across the country to do the same. In Loudoun County, Virginia, I'm Tara Mergener, CBN News.